What's up everyone, Jose here with Speedlab. It's Monday and we're off to a good start. You know, we have a bunch of stuff that we have coming this week. We're gonna have to be traveling to Nitrous outlet tomorrow and to get everything ready and plumbed up and picked up for the Tacoma. Stay tuned for that. The Blue C10, we're wrapping everything up, all the upgrades on the fuel system and the fuel tank. We're doing that, and then I'm also making some call them skis or wheelie skis or wheelie stoppers, which is basically adding a bar to the bottom so that way the truck doesn't actually bottom out, or suspension. It doesn't allow the suspension to bottom all the way out, just to make sure it doesn't damage anything. It helps save components and K-members and stuff like that. So we're doing that on that deal there. But what I'm most excited about is we're actually installing AC. And man, you know how Texas is, it's hot. Actually, I think today, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think we have a heat advisory of like 110 and 115, which is super hot. And it's always humid. Luckily, there's a little bit of breeze, so I'm not really sweating my ass off yet. But once 1 o'clock hits, it's game over. So we lose all that, right? But yeah. So we're getting the AC installed, which is awesome. Hopefully by tomorrow night, or by tomorrow, I'll have the electrician here, because they'll have this done today, installing the AC units and everything, and then the electrician will be here tomorrow, wire it all up, and hopefully by tomorrow night, it'll be fresh. So for Wednesday, hopefully, it'll be about 70 degrees inside the shop, which it'll always look like a ghost town here, because the doors will always be closed, because I'm trying to be comfortable while I work. So, so we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, get everything ready. Before we end this, I wanted to just say a special thank you to Kenny Hubbard for having his guys here and installing AC. Obviously, that's his bread and butter, not just race car stuff. That's basically how that's his main business, right? HVAC stuff. So, and also Dewey Bowie for donating the 2 units that he gave us probably about a year ago, and it's just been sitting in a corner. You know, like I said, just work and life and in general, just trying to find time to, get everything situated and stuff. And like I said, this heat done and in a timely manner and everything else. Trying to fight the heat, it's one thing, but welding on top of 100 degrees, and I know a lot of people can relate to that. Refinery workers and stuff like that. I used to do that too, so I get it. It gets super hot, especially when you're welding aluminum. So hopefully those days are over. We'll be able to relax a little bit, be cool, and my main thing is to make sure productivity keeps going. So that's first and foremost. So now I can get back to my customers' vehicles and I can get them, like I said, there's no interruptions or anything like that. I'm not sitting there taking water breaks just because, like I said, it's super hot and stuff. So, but yeah. Pretty good, huh? So basically what this is, the B-roll. All it is to allow, when this goes into the coupler, you could put your clamp or T-bolt clamp or whatever on this side here, and it allows it to where it has a step, so where if it ever tries to pull off, it keeps it from trying to pull off the pipe, so people who have like intercooler piping, anything, and they don't have this, when they turn up the boost, you have people saying, oh, I blew off my coupler and stuff like that. This kind of helps to prevent that. It's just another step to where, like I said, when you have your coupler and everything else, you'll see a little rigid on there. So you put your clamp here, and like I said, it just helps it for it not to try to pull out. So in this case, we're using it for fuel, same thing, kind of the same concept, just to make sure that this will still regardless be buttoned up to the aluminum adapter piece that goes on the fuel pump, but just to make sure, and that piece already has like a little machine lip on there, so we're going to put a B-roll on this just to make sure and ensure us to, or just to make sure to we won't have a fuel problem leaking coming out of there. And regardless, the clamp should hold that in there and keep it pressure, so it'll create a nice seal. But that's pretty much it right there. So it's pretty cool.
A few minutes later.
So as you can see, I don't think that mechanical pump is supposed to have play like that. So that's a bad sign. As you can tell, let me see that pipe, Ian. So we made this to replace this hose here. As you can see, it ended up actually collapsing. This is what happened on the dyno from the last video, that this collapsed. So, and it was worse. It was actually shut, literally like if somebody grabbed some vice grips, it just fucking closed it up. But so that happened. So I made some modifications. The breather on the tank wasn't the greatest, so we ended up putting a breather up top, which is just a -12 AN deal, and I ended up making a stainless steel main feed pipe to basically feed the mechanical pump from the actual fuel cell. So that's the only thing we did. Put it all back together. You know, I know jumping from vehicle to vehicle, because like I said, we're on crunch time with Taco, and then now that we have the Civic here, basically just a lot of stuff going on at the same time, on top of all the other work that we have here at the shop. But put it all back together, try to start it up, wouldn't start. So finally yesterday, stayed kind of late and went over the truck, make sure everything was good. We thought maybe it was a primer pump. We just basically went over the whole deal just to make sure, try to figure out what was going on. And luckily this morning, actually I made a few phone calls just because I was kind of stuck and just trying to figure out. I thought maybe personally, maybe might have been a regulator and stuff, but someone came up with a great idea. I was like, hey, pop off the line that goes past the pump and see if there's anything shooting out, because it sounds like obviously something's not making pressure and it's not, you know, creating it. So, or you know, like something's not making pressure to where it to, you know, to flow through and stuff. So did that. No fuel whatsoever out of the pump. That's a bad sign. So now we have the pump off, and as you can tell, there's a lot of play here. But I'm about to call Aeromotive and find out if that's even possible. I'm gonna look at the hex drive here, make sure that it round off, which also could be possible because it looks like, I don't know, I need a flashlight actually. Where's my little spotlight that I had here? Oh, right here, right in front of us. No, hex is perfect. Hex is perfect. So, this is what I'm gonna do. Look at that and make sure that spins right now when I spin the motor. Okay? Here, you wanna try that real quick? Look at that for me. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Spin? Okay, so that does spin. There is no play in this. I don't feel anything. Let's see here. Yep, pump's broken. Awesome. So yeah, we got a problem.
Tomorrow.
Hey V, line them up.
We want to say thank you for the opportunity for Nitrous Outlet. We're obviously one of our newest sponsors for Dirty Taco, so we're excited partnership with them, and you know, use their products on our truck. And we also have a bunch of friends who are fellow racers that obviously use Nitrous Outlet as well. White Rice is on, you know, White Rice is also sponsored by Nitrous Outlet, so it's a good thing for all of us. And you know, we're happy and excited to be part of Nitrous Outlet as well with Dirty Taco, and let's see what they have inside.
You gotta show off and raise your desk up whenever you walk in.
I just want to stand up.
Okay. So he does all the videos, product pictures.
Okay.
You want to shoot this? This is that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
yeah, you're welcome to shoot whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you can make video.
And so like right now he's editing product pictures.
Got it.
So he'll have to shoot them and then he's got to scale them.
That's cool.
This is the marketing thing. So this is Mark's marketing director.
Nice to meet you.
Meet you.
He's also like
Victor.
very skilled at graphic design.
Got it.
Robert does all the. He was over the website. Justin now is taking over the website. Robert does all the data control, and he's about to take over project management for trying to keep the projects flowing. Upstairs is my office, Woody's office, JD's office. Woody's accounting, and JD is purchasing. And he's also our HR. Just keeps everything, all that type of stuff. Back here, product assembly. So when our orders come in, they'll so like Kevin or Mike will issue it to one of the guys as a pick ticket. So if it's pre-built stuff, it's a pick ticket. If it's stuff that's got to be built, it's a build ticket. And then everything's barcode. So everything's scanned. They'll come over for assembly. These guys will assemble it. So like right here, they'll assemble the bottle valves. We actually torque them in with a torque wrench.
Got it.
So all the bottles get assembled on that one plant. Used to back in the day, we'd like spin a brass valve in it, with a dead blow hammer, and that's all. Kevin does all the hoses, so we do everything from 30 AN to 20 AN.
Okay.
Anything from PTFE to the rubber nylon to push hose.
Gotcha. I seen y'all started selling pre-crimp or crimp machines and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
So like the production stuff, the fast production stuff we do, install machines. I have a backup up there in case this one goes down. Because literally it does hoses all day.
Yeah.
And then this is like what we sell to all of the racers, but we also use it for like the plumbing that we do on the car.
Got it.
You know, like your Teflon 16 AM and stuff like that. We use it here. Only because we haven't bought the bigger dies for this one.
Gotcha.
Now, if we get to the point where we're making a lot more of those style hoses, I'll buy the dies so we can get them done quicker.
Yeah, for sure.
My head machinist and welder, they're brothers.
Okay.
And their dads and uncles own one of the CNC shops, and they build all of our stinger plates and stinger cones and stuff like that. And then the other machine shop that's down the road builds all our EFI plates, billet bottle brackets. So everything's here in Waco. Mostly everything. Not everything, most of it. So back here is fab. It's all manual work. So this is we're kind of out there loading scrap right now, so we make a scrap run. So like when we do bunks, all the bunks we start with solid stock. We're not going to go in, dig it back, deck it, control cabinet. So he's building. He does everything from blower spray bars to EFI conversions. Pretty much anything you need, some type of manual machine work he does.
Got it.
Here. We laser cut all of our aluminum here. It's called a cube. I don't know how to turn it on or how to open it for you. But, so like these are we started doing trailer accessories.
I seen that. Yeah.
So these are fuel jugs.
Okay.
So I'm assuming since it's not sure. It's probably powder coat. Generally, if they got parts on, they got a powder coat. We're having a hard time fighting the raw finish stuff because your handle and it gets scratched. Roger does all the plug and play harnesses we do. So like this right here is part of the ProMax harness we're getting ready to release. This has been a year-long project, so these guys that are installing Nitrous systems, Roger's always a key part, right? So the ProMax has taken into consideration, I think it's 16 different configurations where the bottle's mounted, where the solenoid's mounted, where the PDA goes, and we created all these part numbers. And then it's literally all plug and play, plug 2 into 2, and this into this. And so we just finished writing instructions, and now we got to write the bullet points for the website. It should be on the website. I'm so glad to be done with this project. But he does all the other harnesses and that we do. He does all that stuff here.
Okay.
So we hand build all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Custom hardline. So we blueprint everything, and so we build all that stuff by hand. And then he also plumbs all the intakes, so he'll be the one to plumb your intake.
Gotcha.
And then he flows it. The flow bench has got a Holley Dominator on the back side of it. And then he uses load cells and flow meters. And then of course it's got all your sensors so we can measure pressure drop, phase changes. And so like if we're flowing tune-ups, we may not use those sensors other than pressure controls. But if we're into measuring pressure drop within a chamber or a flow design or whatever, then that's whenever you start using all the data from the computer.
Got it.
It's all with the controller controls the blast. You got a ventilation system because all this nitrous now is getting so much sulfur in it, and it'll choke you out. So, and then also, of course, for the fuel vapors and stuff, and we try to get all that stuff out.
At that point, we're like, hey, because for this said there's a turbo for it to upgrade it, and we got, you know, we're at that gray area where like it's bigger, but it's obviously already affecting our time to spool up and stuff.
Yeah.
So when the word nitrous started coming around, we're like, well, that was the whole reason why we did this. So if this is where we need to part ways with the setup, let's just go ahead and do that. We've done really good things with it. You know, people doubted the whole setup there. I was like, we can just throw small tire 28s on there, slicks, and run against them. I mean, we can get the truck to go super fast. So, I don't know. It's up in the air.
Right. Still, you got to figure out where you're putting it. Because you know the direction you're headed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, so we're pretty much wrapping it up here. We're about to head back to Houston. But before anything, I want to say a special thank you to John and Dave here at Nitrous Outlet for giving us a tour of the facility. A1, awesome, badass to see the actual people working behind there and making this stuff happen for all of us end users and stuff. And you know, it's a badass facility. So again, thank you fellas for everything. Thanks for the merch. And like I said, thanks for the parts. And we can't wait to go back and install them on Dirty Taco to get it ready. And hopefully, if everything goes good, we might see everybody the first outing at Big Jake's race.
Day 3.
All right, so quick little recap of what we did with Dirty Taco. So pretty much last week, towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, we were kind of wrapping everything up, all the fab work and everything else. And Friday, we actually took apart the whole truck for one, to get ready to get prepped for paint over the weekend, but also to send out the shocks, get stuff powder coated, stuff that was still raw, like the lower control arms, everything that was basically built brand new. Got it covered so that way we can keep making progress on the truck. So over the weekend, like I said, it's basically all day Saturday. I needed to weld a couple more tabs on the frame, which that got done. And then we started prepping everything else, sanding, you know, starting the tape work and all that. I want to give a special shout out to Carlos, who's the one that actually came through and shot the paint on Sunday, and actually came Saturday for a couple hours just to help get everything situated, and then came Sunday to actually shoot the whole front end, or the whole front of the chassis. So as you can tell, all the rails are painted, you know, the down rails, the firewall, we repainted all that. We touched it up a little bit, and then we kind of feathered it on the frame just because we didn't want to take everything all the way apart, because we started doing that, it becomes a downslope after that, because you want to get everything done. So, and it's a race car, motor comes in and out all the time, so it will get a little damaged, but luckily we have extra paint, so worst case scenario, I can always touch up, so we're good. But like I said, thank you, Carlos, for coming over the weekend and getting that situated. He has the front end now with him. He's fixing the fender because we're not from the other videos that you guys seen. The exhaust doesn't go off the side of the fender anymore. It comes out the hood. So, and we also have the old inlet of the hood that he's gonna tape off. So he's gonna fix all that, get that situated, repaint the front end. I might have to take him the truck just so he can feather in the doors to the front end, so that way it looks all nice and clean. But for the most part, you know, we'll worry about that when we get there. So right now we're getting everything situated. I got the truck back over here. I let it sit for a few days just to, you know, let the paint cure and stuff. In the meantime, getting the shocks back, getting the stuff from powder coating back and all that stuff too. So basically today, which is Thursday, August 29th, we're getting everything back and ready. I got everything cleaned up. We're taking all the tape off of it now. We're getting everything situated. And like I said, we got parts we got parts here now. We got all the nitrous outlet stuff that I'm gonna start figuring out where I'm gonna put the bottle bracket, getting all that stuff situated, the bulkhead for the lines, all that. And today we actually got our intake manifold back from Nitrous Outlet. It's finally done. They did an awesome job. I want also, like I said, same thing with John and David over there at Nitrous Outlet. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate the opportunity to represent your guys' company on Taco and to be, you know, to be a part of it. So again, they knocked it out the park. Actually, I got pictures, but I'm about to open up the box and look at it, how, you know, to actually see it in front of my face. So it's gonna be pretty cool. But we got that. I think there was a few things that we're still waiting on the motor. So motor is supposed to show up today. That got delayed, so we'll probably get it Saturday. So I'm getting everything situated. I want to put all the suspension components back. We're actually waiting on FedEx right now because we've got new tires or new front runners for the wheels. So we're waiting on that too. So once they get here, I can go to the tire shop. Hopefully it's not too late so I can put them on. If not, I have to wait till tomorrow, which is fine. It gives me time to bolt everything up and make sure I can get everything situated with that part. So, but basically now is the time to put everything back on, get everything kind of situated, and then that way whenever the motor does show up, we can put that back in there, put the turbo kit on, and I mean, for the most part, hopefully, I would say no later than Sunday night, it should look like almost a complete truck. And no promises. Oh no, actually it won't be running because I still gotta make lines and stuff, so I gotta get with Kenny with that too. But yeah, let's show you guys what we got going on. So not only Lincoln obviously sponsors us with welders and everything else, but we also use boxes that they you know, when they ship stuff out. So we end up using this box to ship out the front to Mincer. So let's see here, they got staples. Let's open this up real quick. Ooh, oh yeah, look at that. Let's take one out right here. Let's take this off really quick. You look at that. So as you can see, you got the logo for Mincer Motorsports, but then you also have Hopped Up by Hubbard, Kenny's deal. So rubs off some of that championship love, you know. Yeah, so we got the nuts. Thought I lost these, but I forgot I shipped them out with them. But yeah, so they're ready to go. Oh yeah. See, before I was able to go in and out with the shaft, so we knew that the shocks were bad. You know, now I can't. Probably have to adjust these, but I mean, even then, just they were already full tight, and they wouldn't even go down. So I mean, it would go down with ease. Now they're fixed, so we're good to go on that part. All right, so we got that part done. Let's go over here. So yeah, so we got the manifold here, as you can see. I'll just open this up right now. See that? So that got all receramic coated, all this. So manifold is pretty much set up there. I think Yeah. We got the top part of the dry sump tank. I had to modify the fuel cell mount, so we got that situated already too. And then all the lower control arms and everything else. So again, like I said, thank you, Scott, at Scott Coates, for always doing an amazing job. And, you know, I know he hates when he's rushed. So, again, I apologize. I don't do it on purpose. But thank you for obviously always coming through for us. As he pirate coats everything for Dewey's vehicles. You know, White Rice, the new car that they have, the other 240, Taco, and all the other, you know, vehicles that Dewey has. So, obviously, as well, Pirate House, Brian and David over there, thank you guys again. You know, like I said, they're big supporters of the program. They're sponsors as well with the whole, all the Dewey's vehicles. So, again, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And then we got the intake here, which it's a big box. So, and this is all the stuff that we actually picked up from Nitrous Outlet the day we went. So we just got to unpack everything right now, and we're gonna lay everything out so we can show you guys what we got.